What's up, Wretched Nation? Today we're doing like a story video. If you watched our last video, you're probably expecting an Audi meet video today, and that just didn't happen. And pretty much here's why. So we cleaned up the Audi, showed you some damage on it, and we were supposed to go to an Audi meet that Sunday with a buddy of mine. Got pretty close to the same type of car. And he ended up having to change shifts, and he wasn't able to go. It happens, and the Audi meet was at the crack of dawn on a Sunday morning in the freezing cold. Without my buddy going as motivation for me to get up and go, well, that quite didn't happen. And the little story I'm getting ready to tell you about Saturday night, well, that put the nail in the coffin that I was not getting up to go out. Well, Saturday, it actually snowed here. It was kind of like snow and sleet for maybe 15 minutes. Just enough to cover the ground, and it was pretty much all gone that night. But it was 35 degrees, and we decided to leave. Me and the wife were taking off on the bike. We're going to meet up some friends, and we're going to go ride to another place, meet up some other people, and hang out. And if you watched our cold weather video, or cold weather gear video, I'll link it up here. You know that I don't have any special gear other than my heated gloves. That's pretty much it. But that's all we have for cold weather. Now, she doesn't really have much. I have some gauntlet gloves for her, full face, no heated gear. She wore one of my outer layer jackets to block the wind, but she put on a pair of jeans that didn't even come down to the shoes, and I just kind of looked at her like, yeah, that's not going to work. It's 35 degrees. So I said, put some tights or something, leggings, whatever. Just, you need 2 layers at the least. We really need to get some chaps as a top layer to cut that wind, but you know, it's tough to. I live in North Carolina, so it's tough to get, some stuff that you're only going to use maybe a couple times a year. Would have used them last night, but it is what it is. So I look at her and I'm like, this isn't going to work. You need to put some layers on. So she put some tights on and a pair of jeans that come all the way down to her feet. And I said, make sure you wear long socks. Or she put a flannel on, a long sleeve, and put the little pullover jacket on, and off we went. We were leaving at night, and it was 35 degrees. To stop and get gas, and then meet up with all of our friends. And we had three other people who were riding with us, and we're meeting up with some other people. And we get there, and she gets off the bike, and she is freezing. And I said, "How are you?" I was like, was the jacket enough and everything? And she's like, well, yeah, but my feet are freezing. And I was like, well, what's wrong? She said, I forgot socks. What do you mean you forgot socks? I said, wear long socks. Yeah, but I had my tights on, and I just didn't think and didn't wear socks. Okay. So we go inside, and we're hanging out waiting on one other person to show up, and we both kind of get the same idea, I think, at the same time. And she asked me for these Crown Royal bags right about the time I was looking at them, and Crown Royal saved the day. If you don't drink or have never been around Crown Royal, they come in these bags, and they're not canvas, they're like cotton, but they're actually very comfortable. But we had these 2 bags, and she took her shoes off and put these on her feet. She put them on like feet mittens and put these on her feet and in the shoes. And off we went. That's what she used that night. These were her socks. And to be honest, it actually worked great. Obviously, I wish I would have got a picture, but we made fun of her, and when we got to where we were going, I was showing everybody, look at my wife's socks, because she doesn't listen to me. But to be honest, Crown Royal came in clutch. Uh, these worked perfectly, so I guess, you know, some ingenuity can really help you out, and with some quick thinking on your feet. But that night, we had a good time, and I mean, it was cold. We got where we were going. I took my helmet and gloves inside, put them next to the stove, the little wood stove they had, because when we come back out, everyone else left their helmets. I didn't quite know why, because when we came back out, they were frosted over. Like you could write your name in the ice on the helmet, and the bikes were iced over. I mean, there was literally ice on the bike. Now, of course, as soon as we got going, that dissipated immediately. There wasn't really, we didn't hit no slick spots. A couple of other guys hit some slick spots on the way home. There was no precipitation as we were riding, otherwise, we probably wouldn't have rode. But there really wasn't that much danger of ice, even though it was a little bit. When we got home, it was 32 degrees when we got home. So that was pretty cold. But we had a great time. Unfortunately, I probably didn't get to bed till almost 1 o'clock. So waking up in a few hours to drive an hour to the Audi meet, well, that wasn't going to happen. So that's what happened. But at the very least, I could bring you this funny story about how Crown Royal saved the day. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit that like button and comment down below. If you like this format, I definitely have some bike stories I wouldn't mind telling, and I wouldn't mind telling in this format. So comment down below if you want to hear some more of those. To some of my travels, I don't have a lot, but some of them are funny, and some of them are just that's what happens when you're out on the road. But thanks for watching the videos. Thanks to all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I definitely appreciate it. And we'll catch you next time. As always, keep it wretched.